Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Our mission here at the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos guys. Let's go ahead and start on it now. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. In today's video guys, we'll show you how to remove and replace rear brake pads on Ford Fiesta MK7, including the ST model. If you have rear disc brakes, this video is for you guys. We'll show you how to do that now. So we'll be taking apart the whole car on the channel. We'll be fixing anything on it, so if you need anything, let us know. We'll try to make a video. We'll be constantly adding videos. Please subscribe guys, and let's start on it now. So we have the car in park or in gear if it's standard. So put it in gear. We're going to have the tire chokes here to put on the rear right side, because we'll be working on the rear left side and we don't want the vehicle to roll on us. You can actually use two more on the front just in case. Always be safe than sorry. So we're going to go ahead and jack it up now. We'll need to have a jack stand. Always use a jack stand, because if the jack fails, what happens? You're under the car, it fails, one little seal, O-ring fails, it drops on you and you're done. So one jack stand guys can save your life and your car as well. Something else that we'll do for extra safety, stay with us and we'll show you in just a second. We'll have the links for all the tools that we use and all the parts in the description of the video below guys, like that rapid pump racing jack, really cool deal, and it's very affordable. We really like it and we've been using it for more than 3 years and it works great. Okay, so we have the jack stand there now. So we're going to remove the lug nuts now. Okay, this one got stuck a little bit there. So we'll go ahead and remove all 4 of them. I'm not gonna waste your time watching us removing those unless it's quick. And check out guys, we have a new channel. It's called Electrical Car Repair Live. Only live videos for electrical problems, fuses, things like that. Really important information there. Only live videos, nothing edited, so you can see how we diagnose everything and how we do all that stuff. So today for the brake pads we're going to remove ours, grease them, inspect them and see how bad they are, and then we'll order some if we need to. But putting it together will be the same like installing new brake pads. So stay with us guys and we'll show you the whole procedure now. What we need to do now, we need to get a 13mm. Okay, we like to use the box offset wrench right here. They're really convenient. And we have the links for all the tools we use guys if you need to check it out. So we'll get the ratcheting wrench 15mm now. Okay, 13mm and 15mm on this side. You need to hold it, okay, once you get it loose, because otherwise you will break your seal there. Okay, perfect. You can see they have thread lockers, so we need to install some later. The same procedure needs to be applied to the bottom one. Okay, right there. You always check, we need to check your glides to make sure that they're not rusted as well. Okay, thread locker on this one. So now we'll need to get a bungee cord or a zip tie before we remove it. Otherwise you have to be very careful, because once you remove the caliper you have to hold it to make sure that it's not hanging on the brake line. It's a little bit better for the rear one because you actually have the emergency brake cable there, so it holds it a little bit. So okay, we need to pry it out a little bit. Okay, you'll see how we're going to compress it later, because the rear ones you compress them by turning most of the times. Okay, this one came out. You can see that brake pads were stuck to it because it had some brake grease there, so we're going to apply a new one later. Okay, and you just pull the brake pads out. Okay, like that. Inner and outer, let me see if they differ in our case. I don't think they do. Okay, but we'll just put them the way they were. So now it's important guys to go ahead and clean where the brake pad contacts the caliper bracket here, because it slides back and forth. So it's important to clean there, and we're going to show you where to grease and all that stuff. We're going to clean them on the sides and on the back side as well. That alcohol cleans really good. Wear gloves again when you do that. Okay, perfect. So now we will need to get the brake caliper compressor tool. This tool is a very good deal, guys. We have it in the description of the video. It's really easy to use for the front, back, and that thing saves you quite a bit of headache, because now in order to compress the piston, when you install new brake pads, they'll be bigger. That piston will need to go in the caliper. So how it goes actually? It goes by turning it. You don't press it in like the front ones. Okay, so this is the end piece that is going to work for us, and you just install it on the caliper compressor tool. And there is different ways that you use it, but what we'll do, okay, we'll just start turning clockwise, and now let's go back and we need to clean the seal, and I'm going to show you what we need to do before we compressing. You can get some white lithium grease, okay, and spray here to clean the seal. Okay, let me just see it. Not to have any dust, okay, because otherwise you can damage that seal, and when that dust goes in, you might develop a brake leak later. So you need to make sure that you wipe it really good, wipe all the dust off, and then wipe the white grease so you don't collect more dust there in the future. Okay, so now let's go ahead, get the tool. Okay, and we'll start turning it. Okay, I'm trying to focus here so you can see. And you can see how it goes in, guys. Okay? And you have to stay with us until the end, because there is something very important that you have to do, otherwise you might crash your car because you will not have brakes the first time you use them. So we're going to apply some brake grease. You can buy it in small quantities or bigger, whatever you want. And we're going to apply a little bit on the glides, on the front and the back side. Do not get it on the contacting side of the brake roller or the brake pad, because otherwise you will not have good brakes. Now on the back side, where it contacts the caliper, we are going to apply a little bit more. Okay, like that. And here, where it contacts the bracket. Same thing to this side. Never ever apply on the braking side, because your brakes will not work. Believe me, I've seen people doing that. Okay, so now we'll need to go ahead and install the brake pads on the mount there. Okay, they just go only one way, and the inner one as well. Now after that, we need to get the caliper and place it on top. Okay, need to push them in. If it doesn't want to go in, it means you have to compress it a little bit more until it's ready to go all the way in. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing, and we'll just go to the next step after that. Okay, so we compressed it more, we got it in. Now we need to apply some thread locker on the bolt. We will use the same as Ford did, blue, medium strength. It will be listed in the description of the video, guys, check it out. Okay, now we have to press one side in by hand. You need to get it in good, because we have two springs on the brake pad. So those springs actually will put quite a bit of pressure, so you need to make sure that you adjust it good. Okay, and we cut this one by hand. Next, the bottom one, now it's sticking out, as you can see. Okay, right here. So we need to get the glide in, and then you need to press it in more. You can help it with just a plastic rubber hammer. Never ever put too much forward, just a little bit to tap on it if you need to. Okay, so you can get the bolt started there. Okay, and all we have to do, okay, get the bolt tight and hold that with 15mm wrench on the inside. And as I said, our glides move really good, but you can remove the seals and grease them there as well. Because if you live in a climate that you have a lot of rust, rain, snow, or drive on dirt roads, you need to do that. Ours are pretty good. So the important thing now, guys, is you need to go inside the vehicle and you need to press that brake pedal at least 20 times. Okay, until you have brake. Okay, let off the brake now. Okay, I'm turning it. Hold the brake. Okay, I cannot turn it. Okay, now I can. So, why we do that? Because if you compress the piston a little bit too much, every time you hit the brake, that play will be replaced by fluid and your pedal will be soft and you will not have brakes. So you need to press the brake pedal at least 20 times until you test it and have brakes before you put it together. So that will be the procedure, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And so guys, hopefully the video was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Now check out our YouTube channels, guys. We have more than 19,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. That's why we make these absolutely free videos. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.